Here's a beautiful phantom that I haven't, female that I haven't shown you. I would show you my male because he's so crazy looking. But this female is really nice. She might be super hypo. She's at least hypo, sharp albino, black-eyed anery. We call this a phantom. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. It is Monday. Yes, this video will probably go up Tuesday, however. And Monday is a busy day because everyone saves everything from the weekend. Why do they do that? I try to do work every single day, but a lot of people just don't do anything on the weekends. They save it for Monday, and then the long-laid plans of mice and men often go astray, as they say. Everything I have planned for Monday always gets shunted off because something happens out of the ordinary, because everyone saves everything up from the weekend. This one's falling apart. That one needs help. Daughter is sick. Got to babysit. We got to go here, got to go there. I got to pick up this, got to pick up that. Before you know it, the day's over. But I got into the snake room before the day ended. And it's not even dark out. Imagine that. So we're going to take a look at some boas today. And just some cool stuff that I like in my collection. And we'll take it from there. Stay tuned. All right, I have a really cool looking, I don't know, they're not locked, but this is really pretty funny. This is called a small male and a big female. And this is a double het. This is a het blood para het, meaning that it's either 100% het albino sharp or it's 100% het boa woman caramel. T positive, we're not really sure. It's also het, like I said, blood. So it's a double het being bred to a scoria that's also para het and het blood. I did have a visual I was breeding this scoria to last year, and for some reason, I don't know, decided it didn't want to live anymore. So I put the het. Sometimes you need a good het. I was going to say, this guy was for sale originally. It's a good thing I never sold him because it's my backup. He's riding this female good. He's sitting on top of her. He's got himself wrapped around her. I don't think they're locked, but you know, the odds are really high because it's kind of double het to double het, but you know what? I don't care. We'll see what we get. I had to catch this guy, or this girl, I should say. This is my female diamond python. She's not my really, really light one. She's my kind of like conventional, normal looking. And look, she's using the tree branch I have in the cage. I have the brown paper though. I gotta put some repta chip in there, make it look a little more naturalistic. But yeah, she's liking the branch. She sits on there like during the day all the time, which goes to show you they like to perch, these guys. They don't like to necessarily sit on the ground all the time, and she loves this branch. I'd love to put her outdoors. At some point, I'm going to put all my diamond pythons going outside together in a big cage. Like I have my Bredleys out there, probably a cage like that. Tom Crutchfield puts them outside. Well, he doesn't even give them heat. They're the only ones he said he doesn't give heat to. Like my other snakes, my olives out there have a 60-degree hotspot if they really want it. It's still pretty low, but they have something. He doesn't give his diamonds anything. So I think they'll do really well outside. These are still a little small, so I'm not really rushing to put them out. Probably within the next year or two, I'll have them all out there. But for now, I got them in a pretty nice sized cage, so she has a lot of room to maneuver and entertain herself. And here's my other diamond python, excuse me. I almost said olive python. She's my really light one. She's in shed though. She's not happy now that I'm probably bothering her. She's under her hide box. Very rarely do you see these diamonds sitting on heat, but usually when they're about to shed, going through a shed cycle, they'll do that, or right after they eat. And she's a very reduced pattern. She's much lighter than the other one. It's hard to tell here only because she's in the shed cycle, but she's coming out to take a look. Hopefully, I'm very hesitant to say they never bite me. They never strike because they usually don't. But maybe with a camera and light in their face, they might not like that. So. She's ready to go outside, this one, but the other one's a little too small. So I think another year, maybe by the end of this year, we'll get them outside. All right, there's a nice sharp albino fire diamond. So that's the fire gene. when you get 2 copies of the fire gem, you know that's a black-eyed leucistic or white snake. This girl has got some nice size in her. I've had her for quite a while. She's also sharp albino, and that male is a fire het sharp albino. So been trying to breed these guys for a couple of years now. They've been cohabitated for at least 2 years together, these guys, and I just leave them together. They like each other, and maybe one of these days they'll breed. As you know, I put my fire diamonds, the breedable ones at least, in this colder room here in hopes that that will help in maybe kicking some breeding behavior, because they were not breeding in the other room at all, and I think it was just too warm for them, because the fire diamond gene comes from a Boa amarali, which are from Bolivia. Temperatures get pretty cold there, and so I think that might have been the reason why mine never bred for me. And we'll see. I'm leaving these guys together in this room, and we'll see how they do. Male is very inquisitive. A little mandarin blood red corn snake has been putting on some nice size. She's been really eating really well, Pablo says, and he's been getting her a couple mice every week. And hopefully maybe next year we might be able to breed her. I don't know. We'll see. Once again, I picked up this couple of these corn snakes from a friend of mine who was selling his corn snake collection. I resisted buying them all, and I just took the ones I really wanted. And we'll see. I don't even know if, who I'm going to breed to her, but to this boy, girl. But right now, it's not even important. I'm just growing them up. Here's another one of my female corn snakes. Probably be a good idea for me to get some male corn snakes, don't you think? This is a Tessera blood red albino. And really pretty as well. I don't know why I bought only females, but I did. I got to think about what I want to do in terms of males, but we'll see. I do have a palmetto male. It's het albino. Might not be a bad idea to get involved in this little breeding here, but we'll see. And there's my third corn snake. She's blood red as well, pied-sided. Pied-sided is because she's got some white on her sides. It kind of creeps up, and that gives them the pied appearance. Let's see if we can get, there we go, there's our white. Pretty heavily located mostly on her sides. And that's why they call them pied-sided. All right, while Pablo is changing the water on the green tree pythons that were still in the incubator, but they all shed. You can see those little sheds all strewn about. We knew they were going to shed over the weekend, so they did. We'll try to feed them this week and set them up in their own little containers. They're all doing well. We got 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got all 7. These have to go. Pablo is going to have to go into some their own tubs, I guess, or maybe 2 for a tub or something like that. But they're looking really nice after they shed. Wow, very cool. Yeah, let's put these in here. I want to try to take one off the perch. See if we can play with one of these here. This one's kind of like not really on the perch anyway. See if I get bit. Do the babies bite too?
Sometimes, yeah.
These seem pretty mellow. They're not like snapping or striking or anything like that. They're kind of cool. What a nice looking. It's amazing how they're such beautiful babies. They're almost nicer as babies than when they get. They only stayed this color. Look how yellow that is. That's really nice looking snake. I don't think this is coming out too well. I don't think the camera's focusing too well here, but you guys get the idea. So we get these 7 Aru locality green tree pythons, and hopefully we can get them eating something maybe this week or the following week. I don't want to wait too much longer than that, but they look like they're pretty well fed. They don't look malnourished in any way whatsoever. They're all pretty alert and they look healthy, and I'm pretty happy. All right, there's one of my blue line Sunglow Boas that I produced, one of the babies. Looking pretty good. This is a female. Possibly a holdback of mine. Really nice coloring. Let's take a look at another one. A couple people have been asking me about them. Oh, this one's a really a lot of blue saturation on this one. Look at that head. Look how blue it is. This is one of the bluest I've produced. Really nice. Getting that. This one's definitely gotten improved. And they're really good eaters too, so pretty happy with these. This is my favorite one that I produced, and it's the nastiest. He's got such a nasty attitude. Look, I mean, this is what I call the coolest boa I've ever seen, really. And he's got crazy blue highlights, got crazy whites in his tail. But he is one little nasty bastard. He'll try to take my hand off every time I take him out. He's a little guy, so I don't really care, but I almost like antagonizing him a little bit. But you hear him? He's pissed off. He doesn't want to be bothered. He likes to eat too, man. Pablo will get him up to size for sure. Look at that! Look at that crazy white in the tail there. That is just a wild looking blue Line Sunglow. All right, one of my customers was asking me for a visual Kahl albino. This is Kahl albino that's also het leopard, 100%. And really beautiful looking male. And I think this is going to be the snake he's going to take probably. It's one of the nicest. You know, het leopard albinos are so nice. They don't look like normal albinos by any means. And they're not as nice, I think, as visual albino leopards, but albino het leopards are really nice. You can see this guy does not look like a normal albino. Look at that tail. Look at that white tail. Just beautiful. Here's a beautiful albino leopard. That's a visual. So this is the visual. You saw the other one was a het leopard. This is a visual leopard. You can see that leopard head and leopard eye. And obviously a lot more dispersed pattern. Leopards without the albino are really black looking. They're really dark with a lot of pattern. And that's why when you make them albinos, you see a lot of whites in them, because all that black disappears and turns to white. So you're left with whites and reds. And leopard has a lot of red in it. If you've ever seen a hypo leopard, hypo leopards are really red looking, because what the hypo gene does is it strips away some of the black and turns the black to red. So here's a beautiful visual female. I might be willing to part with her. If anyone is interested, let me know. She's eating spectacularly. And just a gorgeous little girl. Here's a beautiful phantom female that I haven't shown you. I was showing you my male because he's so crazy looking, but this female is really nice. She might be super hypo. She's at least hypo, sharp albino, black-eyed anery. We call this a phantom. If she does prove out to be a super hypo, then it would be a super hypo phantom. And it is possible. She's got very diffuse pattern, although she's got a little bit of dark pigmentation there, and that's because she's not a T negative albino. She's a T positive albino, well, really a mixture between T negative and T positive. She's a paradigm, which is it's 100% het sharp albino, 100% het boa woman caramel, and you get that like creamy looking albino, and then you take away the red with the black-eyed anery gene and the yellows, and you get this like grayish, silverish looking beauty with the black eyes from the black-eyed anery gene. And this female's really this girl's put on a lot of size, Pablo. Holy mackerel. She's nice. I think I'm gonna probably wind up keeping her. She's just super beautiful. Look at that. Look at those. I love the eyes on the black-eyed aneries. They're just super crazy. All right, I got to show off this little girl that I got from my good friend Yoda from Yoda's Boa. This is a double het sharp albino leopard, and it looks like it's Sonoran. It's got all the Sonoran patterns of a Sonoran boa from Mexico, and so even though it's double het, it still looks different than your typical just plain double het leopard albino. And once again, this is the sharp albino. I've shown you some visual Kahl albino leopards. I've produced many of those before. I've never produced a sharp. This is a female. I don't even have a male, to be honest with you, but he gave me a pair. He gave me two females, actually, because he had a litter with all females in it. I don't know how he did that, but he definitely beat the odds in that one. So at some point, maybe I'll get a visual sharp albino leopard to breed to this girl, but she's, you know, she's only 8 months old, so she's got a lot more growing to do. So once again, thank you, Yoda's Boa. All right, last snake of the day, beautiful hypo onyx. It's 100% het blood and het anery, or het anery too, I should say. This is a female. Really, really nice. Beautiful girl we produced this past year. She's almost, actually, she's about 10 months old by now. Yeah, holy mackerel. Time is flying. See her sister. She's got a beautiful sister here. That's just an onyx. She's not a hypo onyx, the sister. And you can see the difference right there. So that's an onyx. Het blood. 66% het anery. And then we have another sister. Right there. So that's another onyx. Het blood. 66% het anery. So if you're looking to produce blood onyxes or super onyx bloods, which are absolutely spectacular, you might want to pick up one of these females. Do I have them listed? No, I don't. Of course not. Of course, I don't list my boas until they're over a year old. So, but if you guys are interested, let me know. We actually have a male too. We have a couple males actually. Let's take a look at the males. So this is a onyx het blood male. They're all so different looking. It's great. I love it. And we have another male that's a hypo onyx. This one's really nice. Whoa. God, I think this is more than hypo onyx. It almost makes you think, it almost looks visual blood to me. What a beautiful snake. Wow. We're gonna have to keep this one. I don't know what it is. I would swear that's a visual. It could be a visual blood. Maybe our father was actually het blood. We weren't sure. This looks like it almost looks blood. What a nice looking male that is. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I know you guys are starting to think about, what snakes do I want to pick up and add to my collection? The reason I know that is because I've been getting a lot of phone calls from you guys lately. So I suspect a lot of people are over the holiday blues. The New Year's over now, and everyone's refocusing on their collection and what they're going to be breeding this year, and hopefully producing. A lot of people looking into next year already. I am too. I'm always thinking about 1 year ahead. You know, I got my stuff paired up for this year, but next year is always a bigger year, you know, and you got to think for the future. So a lot of people, I showed you a couple snakes today. Some of these are actually going out. A lot of people have been inquiring about them. They want to buy them, and that's great. And I'm going to be updating Morph Market hopefully over the next couple of weeks, since the weather's getting better soon. Well, maybe not. It's you know, I live in Florida, and I got to tell you, I forget that the rest of the country has snow and ice and cold weather. I really do. Except when it gets cold, like the 1 or 2 days a year here that we hit a 35-degree weather. But the olive pythons are still outside. Hope you guys enjoyed that video the other day, by the way. I haven't seen a lock with the olive python since then, but it doesn't matter because I did see that one lock, and that's all. Sometimes that's all it takes. So, if you're interested in any of these boas, once again, I will be putting them up on Morph Market soon, and refocusing on 2023. Hopefully we got a lot of cool stuff. You got to see those green tree pythons they shed. They're looking spectacular. Can't wait to get those things eating and set up, and we'll go from there. I might be moving my juvenile adult, well, juvenile, I guess it's almost 2 years, so it's almost, I guess you'd consider it adult, small adult green tree into a bigger enclosure, and I'll show you that probably in the next week or two. And I always got some new ideas planned, some new enclosures, some new setups. That's what makes the hobby exciting. You got to constantly evolve your collection and what you do with it, or you stagnate and get bored and you don't want to do it anymore. That's the name of the game. All right, guys, if you enjoyed these videos, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.